Alright, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to do like an updated face routine. I haven't done one of these in a long time, like showing like my foundation and like bronzer and all that kind of stuff that I do every day, because I think it's just kind of boring. But I do things a lot differently, not a lot, but kind of differently than I used to. So we are just gonna go like into that. That is why I don't have anything on. Alright, so I kind of zoomed in. I do not use my primer anymore. So I used to use the Maybelline Master Prime and I barely use this anymore. I'll probably use it today, but usually I go in with like just a moisturizer. This one's just the Clinique one because I got it in like, that's like their sample tube. So I've been using that. We are going to go in with a little bit of Master Prime, but not like all over the face. I just take it and kind of put it in the like T-zone because it's just for like, this one's the Blur and Smooth, so just to kind of get rid of the pores. Yeah, I've not had any luck recently for some reason with primers. That is why there is so much acne on my face, I think, was just the products that I was using. So my new like favorite foundation kind of thing is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour breathable longwear foundation. My shade is 200 Soft Beige. So I just kind of like work one section at a time. So I'll kind of like wipe it all over this cheek. I heard from a lot of people that this doesn't give good coverage for them, but as you'll see, it covers up most of those acne spots that I have. So at least for my skin, I think it looks pretty nice. It does last a lot longer than some of the other foundations I have. And that's just kind of how I do my foundation. I don't really like dot it on. I just kind of wipe it all over kind of thing to get it evenly distributed, and then I'll blend it out with my sponge. You can use any kind of sponge that you want. This one is from Real Techniques. It was like one of their holiday sponges that I had, so I'm just using it now. Alright, so that is one coat on my face. I think it looks pretty nice. I don't really know why people don't really like this. At least for my oily skin, I think it looks really nice. So what I'll do is actually do like a really light layer, just like in this section on my cheeks, to just kind of cover up more of that acne. Like, it did a good first layer, but the second layer always helps make it look less bad. Alright, and then I take the Clinique Beyond Perfecting, what is this, foundation. I don't like this as a face foundation. It breaks up within like an hour and it looks really bad on my oily skin. So what I do, because it is pretty much like my perfect shade, is I'll just take it on the very bottom of my neck and kind of blend out the other shade with it. That way, you know, you always want to blend your foundation down your neck anyway. So that's how I've been using it up, because it looks really bad on any other places that are oily on my face. So then I go in with concealer. Recently, I've been trying to get rid of this City Colors Dark Spot Corrector that is in my project pan, so I'm really close to that one. But a really good one that I do like, because this one's kind of just like, okay, it's kind of too waxy, but I really like the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this one is in the shade Peach. So I think I tried like Salmon, and it was too dark for my complexion, but the Peach one looks really nice. So I am going to go in with the City Color one just because I am trying to get rid of it, but it is a little bit waxy. So I just take it on my finger and I'll kind of like pat it in just under my eye. I used to use one of those like concealer brushes to kind of put it in, but it made everything under my eye look awful and like too much. So I just tap it in with my finger and just get like a light coat of it, because like the more product under your eye, the obviously more wrinkly and like gross it's gonna look. So recently I've been going in with the Revolution Conceal and Define concealer. It's sort of similar to Tarte Shape Tape. It just gives a little bit less coverage, so that's why I've been using it recently. It's only like $7, and I don't feel like spending 20-something on the Tarte Shape Tape all the time, so I just keep that one for like special occasions. But I'll just kind of do like this fan-ish looking shape. And then I will go and blend it out with my sponge. That is what the concealer looks like. It does crease just a bit, but I do have a lot of wrinkles, so like any concealer I have is gonna crease. I just like that it's more of a lighter weight feel for concealer, but it still looks like it still gives enough coverage for my dark circles and stuff. So what I like to do before actually setting my eyes, which I can always go back in and kind of blend out the concealer, I go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Makeup Stick. This is the contour. It's in my project pan too, so like I've been trying to use a lot of these products up to get rid of them. So I'll just kind of put kind of like a line kind of higher up on each side and towards the back, because it does come down a bit. And I'll use like the side of the sponge and just kind of blend it in. So that is what it looks like. That's why I kind of keep it like farther back, because I do end up bringing it down a little bit to end up blending it out. So I am going to also put this kind of on my forehead too, and then I like to do like one right under my chin. I accidentally put some there, and then kind of like a really light line to kind of get rid of that double chin. Okay, and that is what the bronzer looks like on. So now I'm going to go in with my Coty Airspun loose face powder, and this is also in my project pan, but I love this stuff. I've gone through like 3 of these powder, so there is some on the top. So now I like re-blend out the concealer under my eye, because it did sit for a little bit while I was doing that bronzer. I'll take a little bit on here and I'll actually just press it in. I don't bake anymore because I found out that that makes my eyes look really old. And I don't really want to wait like 10 minutes for it to cook or whatever they say. So what I do is just kind of like continue to press it in. And it gives like my eyes that really soft, more natural looking, I guess, way to... It doesn't look so old and wrinkly and dry and gross. So then I'll take the like fat end of the sponge and continue to like dip in here a little bit, and I will go and kind of press the powder into the rest of my face. And then I actually take a fluffy brush, get some powder on it, and I'll just kind of like rub it into my chin, because like my chin's not that important. So just kind of set it that way it doesn't rub off on your clothes. Alright, so then what I like to do is take a little bit of my Hoola bronzer, and I'm going to take just like this kind of fluffy round contour brush looking thing, and I'm just going to lightly go over where I put that cream bronzer, because it is already bronze, but I do like to go over it with the powder and make it more defined. And what I'm also going to do is take like this flat brush from e.l.f. It's like what I use for my nose contour, and just take a little bit of that powder and rub it down. Okay, and then even an extra step, I'll take this NARS Laguna bronzer. It is pretty dark for me, so I use it actually as a contour. So I'll take it like a slanted fluffy brush and just put this towards the very top of that cheekbone area. I think it just gives my face like a better shadow. Instead of just using like an orangey bronze, I think this kind of pulls it in a little bit better and kind of sinks that the face in a little bit to make it look skinnier. Alright, and then I'm taking my Luxie 514 blush brush and the Balm Springs blush from the Balm. And I am also trying to use this one up, but I actually really do like this blush a lot. If you ever get a full size, it will definitely last you forever. I know recently a lot of beauty gurus have just been keeping it like the blush kind of towards the very top, but I like to kind of bring it down because like that's not natural looking. When you blush, it's going to be in the very like front of your face, so I like to bring just a little bit down, and I do keep it towards the top, but I still have it on my cheeks. Alright, and then I'm going to go in with Champagne Pop from Becca and just put it at the very top of my cheekbone. And the highlighter I have recently just been keeping it here because if you bring it a little bit more farther in, it gives like a roundish look and illusion to your face. So I just keep it more towards the very top. And I will just take like a little dab on my finger and kind of put it right here on the very top of my lip. Just a little bit to kind of, I already have that very pronounced, I don't know what it's called, that little divot, but yeah, that's where I will put that. Alright, so my battery is going to die soon, so I'm going to go in with the Jordana Easy Liner for Lips Retractable Pencil in Rockin' Rose, and I just like to kind of put it all over the lips as it breaks. I don't recommend these. They just kind of break a lot and they're just not that good. They're not that smooth, so yeah. I just try to do like one solid layer and I'm actually going to go in with the Tarteist Lip Paint. This is in the shade Birthday Suit, and it is lighter than this lip liner, but I just want it to get kind of a dimension. And now finally, for the last of it, we are going to go in with the Essence Make Me Brow, and this is in the shade 2 Brownie Brows. I already have full brows. I just like to kind of comb it through with this. I don't need like a lot, just kind of to keep it down during the day and keep my real brows in place. So that is all I do for brows. I don't fill them in or none of that. Honestly, that's just too much work. So I'd rather just have my natural brows. So finally, we are going to take the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. I just bought this and it kind of makes a little bit of a difference. I don't know if it's worth the money, but I wanted to try it out since everyone loves it. And then I take just like something to kind of fan it off. That way it dries a little bit faster. Alright, and that is it for my face makeup. I know like lips can be something different every day. I just wanted to go with this one today, but everything else is pretty much what I do, pretty much the same products that I use every day, especially like the liquid, not the liquid, the cream bronzer, the blush, the foundation and all that is pretty much the same that I use every single day. That's just kind of like been the routine. Every once in a while I'll change up like the bronzer and use like the Wet n Wild one. But besides that, that's kind of like the everyday kind of thing. Alright, so I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell notification in the corner. That way you get notified when I do post a new video, especially since now I'm going to start posting more than I have been. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next one.